going on? What's going on? It's your main man, the great debater. Y'all want to argue podcasts. So if you've seen the thumbnail, then you know what this is. A lot has been going on. And when I say a lot has been going on, a lot has been going on. Hold on, let me see if I can get a look. No, that's too much. Yeah. So a lot has been going on as far as what jokers think prison is and prison isn't, because you have a lot of niggas getting that. They giving you all these war stories. They making it seem like it was the glamorous life because for whatever reason they feel like that's what's going to make you feel a certain way when you looking at them, viewing them. So let me start off by saying two things. The first thing, disrespect in prison is zero tolerance. I need y'all to really understand disrespect in prison is zero tolerance. And y'all need to understand that for you niggas out there in the streets, you know, chasing your bag, getting your bad bitches, bad boss bitches, whatever it is, your cars, your jury. If you in the streets, because the first thing is when the person got in the streets, it was to get out. And it seems like now this generation is getting in the streets to stay in. And if you go that route, then your chances of going to prison increase substantially to damn near 90%, unless you telling and you don't give a damn anyway because you're gonna be in and out. You you know, you moving and grooving. But for those who consider yourself stand up, those who say I'm not gonna snitch on nobody, I ain't no rat, this is what your reality is gonna be. When you go in, like I said, disrespect is at zero tolerance. You living in two different worlds. And if you don't adjust to prison life, prison politics, like right then, but you already, it's hard on you being locked up, but it's gonna be a whirlwind, a culture shock. And it's gonna put you in a position to your ass you ain't gonna make it. So let's start to the beginning when Crackers first put them handcuffs on you. You in the county, you in trying to figure out how you get there. Then after you figure out how you get there, now you trying to figure out if they really have a case on you, if you want to go to trial with it. A lot of times what happened is this rap music got you jokers going to trial. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going to trial, but at the same time, sometimes it's not good to go to trial. Sometimes you just gotta bite that bullet. You know, you was out there doing your thing, and the first rule is don't get caught. So if you get caught, you gotta just stand on it. Go in, do your time, come home. For those who get a time where they can come home. So now we going into the courtroom. Once you get in the courtroom, that's a whole nother world. So we done went from the streets, we done went to the county, to the courtroom. The courtroom, they speaking a language literally you don't even know what the fuck they talking about. They speaking in Latin. This I want y'all to really understand what I'm telling you. They in the courtroom speaking in Latin when it comes to law, when it comes to statutes. And you got to figure out what that is. And I promise you, at that time you in there, you're not gonna know. You're gonna be just as confused as the next man who came through the door. So now you get your sentence. Now let's get to the real deal. Now let's send your ass to prison. So when you get to prison, you coming in with a street mentality. You coming in with a free man mentality. You coming in with, I'm gonna do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. That's your first fuck up. It's your first fuck up. Now when you in there, now you gotta face not only this lengthy time you getting, because most black men get a Buck Rogers, they get that length. So now you got to figure, you got family members dying on you while you in there. You have separation from your children, because 9 times out of 10 you'll have children. You got, well, your significant other isn't being as supportive as you think she should when you first get locked up. But as time goes, you realize you can't put that burden on her. You see what I'm saying? So now you get into the politics of the prison, because now you dealing with all this personal stuff of people turning their phones off, changing numbers, and don't be the one where you was the breadwinner and you was the one making everything happen out there. So now you might be in your feelings because nobody's sending you any money, and they ain't had the money in the first place because you was the one doing everything when you was out there. Then when you get in there, you got to deal with these crackers telling you what to do, how to do it, when to go eat, what to eat, when to go to the little commissary. It's a whole different world. And like I said, you come in with this free man mentality. And when I say free man mentality, meaning that you're not set in the structure of prison life, because this is structure. It's definitely a structure. And hopefully you can adapt to it before it eats your ass alive, because it happens to the best of them. So now you got to, like I said, you got to deal with the prison politics. And that's some bullshit. Prison politics is some bullshit, because you got too many people in there that's already light years ahead of you as far as how prison moves, which puts you at a disadvantage. Now, if you one of the few that's fighting your case, it take you at least a year to even figure out how to even put something together, because you don't know that you have to use statutes to back your arguments. Then you have to find statutes that's related to your case, and then you have to find arguments that's specifically tied to your argument and use those to fight your case. And it takes, man, when I say it takes dedication, so that leads me to, when you get into the prison life, if you in a lot of jokers be into the gambling, then you got them into whatever drugs, because they got every drug you can imagine floating on the compound, which is crazy, because it if you're not disciplined and focused, you're not going to be able to fight your case. Then you have where your homeboys, they getting into stuff, and you're going to have to go. Ain't no such thing as, man, that's on him, that's what he got going on. No, that's on y'all, whether he right or wrong. So all this stuff can hinder you from fighting your case. And on the flip side, you might not even be in a position, because something might jump off to where now you niggas got to go. That means somebody might lose their life in there, be at the hands of you. You see what I'm saying? It's just so much that goes on in this prison. My advice, Get your ass out the streets, bro. Because if you willing to go to prison and you can find another way out here to get money, then by all means, take your dumb ass in there. Take your dumb ass in there. Shit crazy. So just think about what I'm telling you. Because you have, well, these crackers put you in a position because you don't know any better to go that route. But then you see day after day, well, it's jokers getting knocked off, going to prison, getting 30-year sentence, 20-year sentence, 15-year sentence, life sentence. It's like, is it worth it? If it is, shit, do what you do. But if it's not, then no. And they don't tell you when you in there. Like I say, you got jokers befriend you, get up under you, learn your case, and then go back and bust you in the head so they can go home. Yeah. It happens 24/7 in there. And like I say, you have family members dying. They're not letting you go to the funeral. They don't give a damn. You dealing with all this heartache, all this pain. And it's really self-inflicted. Because you are the reason why you in there. And I can say, you know, well, like with me, they didn't catch me with anything. But I was in the streets. And I was around people that was in the streets doing stuff. And if I wouldn't have been around them or been in the street, period, I wouldn't have never went to prison. This is stuff they don't tell you. They don't tell you how them crackers can just grab you and put you in a group. You niggas out here taking pictures with everybody. You niggas getting all these matching tattoos. Them crackers got something called the Patriot Act, come out of 2001. And basically you up under tribunal law, which is military law. They can give you a 10-year sentence, but on your date of release, you don't even get out because they still consider you and the group that they done put you with to be a threat to the citizens of the United States and don't let you go. You can sit in there forever. Y'all have to be way more smarter. If you doing, this is what I suggest. If you doing a specific crime, go look up that crime. Go look up what the sentences is. Go look up some cases and see how people got trapped off in different ways. And then look at, well, how much money can you realistically make committing that crime on a consistent basis? And then factor in the time that you can get if you get caught committing those crimes. And tell me if it's worth it. Tell me if it's worth it. The goal used to be to get in the streets, was to get out. One know you out there 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It didn't work like that. It's a dead end, I'm telling you. But if you can stand the sentence, cool. And for the ones that can stand the sentence, be aware of the ones who can't. Because you up next. Always remember that. You can be up next. It's your main man, the great debater. Y'all want to argue podcast? Let me know what you think.